Hi, today I want to introduce you to a very short but super effective email. This is perfect for you if you have tons of benefits that come with your course, but not many students are actually claiming them. Now, this is something that happened to me personally, and I actually jumped at the occasion to claim my benefits. So let me show you. So a few years ago, I joined what I think is one of the best copywriting programs in the world. It's the one run by copy hackers and it's called Copy School. So I haven't been using it as much in the last few months, which is a shame because they have really good content and really good programs, at least in my mind, because that's what I use to get really good at this. Yeah. So I received this email 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, and it says you have unclaimed benefits, and Badiu is my last name. The idea is that when it comes from copy hackers and copy school, anything that is unclaimed is like a missed opportunity for me. So I love this brand, I know they deliver value, and I think to some extent lots of course creators can relate to this. You do have amazing content, you have really good resources, and you do your best to provide your audience with value. But if they don't know they have them, they're not gonna know to use them. And even if, like personally, when I joined Copy Hackers and Copy School, I knew I had lots of resources in there and lots of different opportunities, but I kind of forgot because, life happens and you can't always think about everything, you buy and, oh wait, I forgot to use that worksheet or whatever. So this is a really good way to remind people about the benefits they've already paid for. And again, re-engage and potentially warm them up so you can sell something again. Now let's look at this email because I think it's a very good example of how we can do it effectively, and it's not going to take a lot of your time. I mean, look at this. It's very short. So let's go. Subject line says you have unclaimed benefits and my last name. So we have a bit of personalization in there, and like this unclaimed benefits, I mean, this is so strong. You can't resist it, especially if you love the brand. Okay, it continues with, again, my last name. You have the following unclaimed benefits as a student of Copy School. So that first line basically justifies why you're sending me an email, in what capacity, and what's the gist of it. I mean, they're going straight to it. So number one, I haven't used this. So an invitation to a monthly Power Office hour with 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤, your primary Copy School instructor. Yes, I'll jump to that occasion. An invitation to a monthly 30-minute celebration school, which makes for a pretty fun break, especially if you work from home. And weekly habit building reminders to complete one course each month. Would you like to use these benefits? Reply with yes, please, and I can get you started. Okay, so let's unpack it because it has a few different cool things that I'd like to highlight. So first, the first one. So an invitation to the Power Office Hour workshop with 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤. So everyone who's in Copy School, they're there because they know 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤 is really good at this. So this is an opportunity you really can't afford to miss, because maybe there's some Q&A, maybe you can have some interaction, maybe you can ask your questions and get feedback on, some of the challenges you have as a copywriter. So I think that's a very powerful selling point, not just hey, we're going live once a month, do you want to join? It's a very different thing. Second, it taps into one of the biggest issues we have as copywriters, which is we work remote and we work alone. So lack of connection and, feeling isolated can be very demotivating. And as copywriters, even though we do a lot of our work on our own, we still need to have interaction, we still need to brainstorm ideas, and we still need to learn from our peers. So I think this is a really good opportunity. And again, it taps into a major, I think it's widespread problem we have as copywriters, and it gives us a solution which comes with a benefit, because the solution is the 30-minute celebration social, and the benefit is the feeling of connection and not being alone. Sign me up, please. Third is weekly habit building reminders to complete one course each month. So this is good on so many levels, and I know it's beneficial both from the side of a student who's paid for it and isn't using it, and both from, a course creator who has spent so much time creating really good content and people aren't using them. I mean, it's a shame for both parties involved to not actually consume the content. For me, I've actually started to receive these reminders, and it's good because they remind me, dude, you have so much good content in there, and yeah, you did some, but you haven't really done the whole of it. And it's good because it reminds me I should set some time aside to finish that. Now, relating to copy school, they have tons of training in there, and I've done maybe a quarter of it. That's actually why I think it was like 2 years ago, I bought a lifetime subscription to this because it has so much content. I knew I wanted to have access to it whenever I wanted rather than pay annually, which was how it was before. But you get what I'm saying, right? So if you have lots of content and it's good, you want people who have paid for it to use it, because if they use it, they will like it and they will be happier and they will talk about it. And then when you start to collect testimonials, they're gonna be like, oh, this is amazing, I loved it. Plus maybe they're gonna talk about it online on social media with their friends. So it's like a win-win for you. And ultimately, the better experience they have, the more they interact with your content, especially if it's content they've already paid for, the more likely they are to convert again as a buyer. So why would you want to use this tactic? Well, I can think of a few different reasons. One being re-engaging your students, especially if you're gonna promote something or launch a new product and you're planning on promoting it to your current students. Because if they don't use your product to the point where they can be happy or unhappy about it, it's very hard to make a sale the next time you promote it, right? The second reason you might want this is if you're gonna start a campaign that collects testimonials to see if your course is actually as good as you think it is. But obviously, you're not gonna get the best kind of results with that testimonial campaign if your audience doesn't even know that there are so many awesome things left unclaimed for being a student. So these are just two, but I'm sure there are so many more. Can you think of one?